Every major city I go to where there is a lot of verve and vitality, there is a university somewhere in the center of that city. And I think that's really important. And this is Little Rock's opportunity to have that same kind of verve and vitality right here in the center of our city.
I think having the downtown presence just really centers us even more into the heart of Little Rock.
I think our students would benefit from interacting with people who work downtown, and the people downtown could benefit from seeing what we have to offer.
This is our city, and you know, it's a great city. It's the greatest city in Arkansas. So you know, I mean, this is we need to come together more and more, and we're doing that. And I think this shows the schools part that we're trying to become even more a part of this city.
I think being in the heart of the river market will help UA Little Rock, that this will give a lot of added exposure to the university.
There are a lot of things that bring people downtown, that bring the visibility, the interaction, the programming, and all of a sudden, now in that mix is UA Little Rock. It becomes a welcome center right at the front door.
This puts it over the top to have UA Little Rock right down here in terms of stimulation for some of our young people, but hopefully for us old guys too.
I think it's important to recognize that UA Little Rock is the only urban university in the whole state of Arkansas. If you want to think about it, we're not just a university in a city, we're a university of the city.
Our intention for the downtown space is to provide an open door to all the vast resources of the university.
As the students of today and the new businesses of tomorrow meet and gather and come up with these new ideas and new plans on what the future looks like, I can't think of a better place for that to occur than the River Market District here in downtown Little Rock.
It's really important to have some community outreach to communicate the results of what we're researching, and I think having a venue situated downtown would be a really nice way to do community lectures and workshops to show people in the area what we're doing.
So when you walk into this, the first thing you see is a large space full of information about the university, videos playing about the amazing campus we have a mere 5 miles away. You'll also see that there's a classroom space in there. Or perhaps you want to learn about the Joe Jones mural.
So in 1984, Bobby Roberts got a phone call about this painting that had been discovered in a house in western Arkansas. And they said, you might be interested because it was a mural that had been painted at the Commonwealth College.
I said, how much do they want for it? And he said, $500. And so I said, I'll be out there with a truck to get it. It's a miracle to me that it survived because it had been cut up as a liner in a clothes closet. But once you had one of the 4x8 panels restored and people saw it, they realized what a magnificent piece of art it really was.
I'm so excited that that's going to be restored and on display in downtown. And it is a very provocative mural.
When I first saw it, I was just stuck on that first frame and almost couldn't move. And as I did, it makes you slow your life down. It makes you think.
It's a graphic piece of art, but it's part of our history.
It disturbs and it heals.
It causes people to think. It causes people to comment. It causes people to gather.
I could see that mural being that spark and the creation of several conversations, not just one.
We only learn about who we are if we recognize, acknowledge, and learn from our history, and that's what we're trying to do.
But it was very intentional that we didn't want this to be a museum space. We wanted it to be multifunctional, and that's what it is.
I'm really excited about the new offerings that space will have, and so not only for special events and receptions, but also for students and alumni to become more involved in the activities and the programs that UA Little Rock offers.
I think that UA Little Rock, particularly the Department of Theater, Arts, and Dance, has an enormous opportunity to connect with the long-standing professional arts organizations in downtown Little Rock.
The more that we can closely see the arts organizations and the university working together, people will start to see that there's a connection between education and the arts, and that the arts ultimately further education, and education ultimately furthers the understanding of the arts.
We are friends, we are partners, we work together in many things. We can share our culture, our knowledge, our art in this particular place here in downtown Little Rock.
So
The library and the university can find, I think, ample opportunities to use this facility and the expertise that the institution, the university has and the library has.
People that need access to this the most but can't always get that access, they can walk into the door and sit down and hear the things that we want them to hear.
You'll be surprised at what good things will come out of things we haven't even thought about yet.
Having this venue, having a place for innovation, for collaboration, will hopefully create a sort of synergy where we can then look into the community and see where the needs are and develop research or service projects that are tailored to that.
We're a real driver of economic development. And I think it's important to recognize that we're a Carnegie Research 3 university, which means we're not only just producing the workforce of tomorrow at the bachelor's level, 20% of our students are graduate students. So we're producing the master's and the PhD level workforce that this city urgently needs.
We're talking with companies as we speak, looking to come to Little Rock, and they're asking not, can you provide us this type of talent, but where specifically can we see that talent being developed today? Little Rock without a thriving UA Little Rock just doesn't work. You put those two together and amazing things can happen.
I think it's really extending our reach beyond where we traditionally have gone.
It's going to give my players a chance to come down because I'm going to be sending them down here to do some projects to mingle with the people downtown of Little Rock that maybe never get out to the campus of UA Little Rock. So overall, I think it's just going to be good for the whole school.
I think it's going to do a great job of helping promote what UA Little Rock is all about.
It's a physical representation of the transformation I've undergone during my time at UA Little Rock.
Go Trojans!